Valentine's Day. And if you're not watching this on Valentine's because you're watching YouTube, you're going to think, what? Anyway, this is a show on relationships, and we're going to be talking about relationships with a twist.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with the Dekker Team.
Welcome to the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Dekker Team. I'm Yetta Dekker.
And I'm Ken Dekker.
And we are super excited to welcome you back to another episode where we get to share techniques, thoughts, and tools that we all need. You, I, everyone, so that we can thrive in our home, both at life and in business.
For sure. So this is an interesting show because it is Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I wanted to talk about relationship.
I know. And we had such a we had it all laid out. For weeks, we knew what we wanted to say. And then when you went and wrote out the show, you came home and said, I did not do what we agreed to do.
I changed it.
Changed everything. What were you thinking? Were you trying to have a rift in our relationship?
No, I'm a change agent.
You are.
I help people change from one house to another.
And that's kind of what we decided to do, right? You decided. We didn't decide nothing. I got voluntold.
Well, that's part of a relationship. Sometimes you're told and sometimes you're the teller.
Sometimes. So 3 phases.
Yes, there's 3 phases in a relationship with the Dekker team because this is about real estate. So I thought, let's talk about real estate. So the first phase is really when it's with you, the listener, right? You're listening to this. We're having a nice conversation, hopefully with you. You're learning, hopefully, we're giving good content. And it's basically the before. We call it the before
part of our relationship because we haven't met you yet, or maybe we have met you. It's possible you are already in phase 2 or phase 3 as Ken refers to it. And yet most people that are listening to the show, either on CHRI or watching on YouTube, are probably in the pre-meet us phase.
Yep, they have not met us yet.
Have not met us, and we have not met you yet.
And
we're
like
looking forward to it. Yeah, we really are. So in the have not met you phase or stage, because all relationships go through stages and they go through seasons. So we could even call this a season. The have not met you yet season. Mm-hmm. And how would you describe that?
Well, some people have said, well, why would you do the inside track on real estate? And obviously, one of the purposes is to develop business that our clients or our future clients will see us as experts in the field and want to do business with us. So that's a main purpose. But really, on top of that, you'll notice some of our shows are not just on real estate. Like we do shows on health, on healthy eating. We'll bring in a trainer. We'll bring in a fitness expert. We'll bring in all kinds of different people, right?
The things that maybe aren't even related to your house, and they are related to how you live in your home.
Right.
And how do you turn your house into home?
Yes. And so it's for the better good, the betterment of people. That's one of the reasons we do the inside track. So we haven't met you yet, but our goal is through CHRI
and through our channel,
our
and
YouTube
our
channel, that thousands of people will have a better life.
Right. So you can share this. You can give it to others that will, even if you don't live in the area. This one here is not Ottawa specific. This particular show and many of the shows will be relevant to you regardless as to where you are. Because in all relationships, whether real estate relationship or not, the first season is that season where you haven't met the person yet, but you may have heard them or you may have heard about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And our other goal is that by you hearing us converse, either with us or with guests, that you would feel comfortable enough that you would call us when you have a question. Because there's always that little nagging, oh, do I disturb them? Do I call them? Where am I going to find the answer to this question? Because believe it or not, Google's not always the best place to turn.
Often it's good.
No, it's great.
Not always. It's good for data. It's great for the data part, but it can't dance with you. It can't hear what's important to you and then figure out a solution based on you. It's giving more general, generic information.
Right.
So when you call the Dekker team, client care coordinator Ashley is going to answer the phone and hopefully have a really nice engaging connection with you, unless it's after hours and you might get one of the Dekkers or Leah. And yet will be nice
the dreaded
to,
voicemail.
or the dreaded voicemail. After hours, you're probably getting the voicemail, right?
But please leave a message because we do get them and we do respond.
We do. And so what's really neat is that lead in, right? The show gives you the opportunity to then connect with us and actually kind of like get to know us before you have to commit. Because I don't know about you, but I know before I was a realtor, when I had to phone the first real estate office I had to phone because I wanted to buy a house and I needed some help, I was really uncomfortable.
Well, it's scary because you don't know who you're going to call. And what's really neat is many times I've gone into someone's living room, in the kitchen, we're sitting down around the table talking about selling or buying, or they've come into the office to meet me and they're talking about buying or investing in real estate. And they say, I feel like I already know you because I listen to your shows all the time. And that's how we build that relationship, even though it's kind of one way, but we'd like it to be both ways. So feel free to email us, text us, Facebook us, put a comment.
The Dekker team would love for you to connect on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're in LinkedIn. Little bit, not so much Twitter, but certainly doing a little bit of work on Pinterest. So connect with us. I know you can't do it through Pinterest, but you can the others. So, and certainly feel free to give comments. And if you're thinking, I would love to be on the show, I have something that people need to hear about, know that we've had all kinds of guests that we've met because of the show that have become clients often and or a service provider for our clients.
Right. So if you own that kind of company, whether it be a window company, a plumbing company, a electrical company, electrician, I was going to say, whatever. If you think that you would bring value to our listeners, then give us a call or send us an email and we'll interview and decide whether that's a good fit for the show.
Right, because we want to make sure that as we bring you new people to hear from, that they are adding value to your life too. Because ultimately, if this isn't adding value, this show, then it's it doesn't fulfill any of the purposes. So season 1 is you get to know us without having to pick up the phone. And then hopefully it leads to season 2, which we'll talk about in the next segment. So season 1 is no risk. No risk for you. The shows are free. The weekly email updates are free. And you're welcome to let us know that you would like to receive those. You would just send an email together@dekkerteam.com. Weekly email, please. And we're providing insights and tips.
What was that email again? Did you make up another email? That's so cute.
A while ago. Together. Because we all really are so committed to moving forward together with you, because it really is the difference maker. Because together, we've got this thing.
Yes, and remember, there are no strangers, just friends we haven't met yet.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.